What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another player prop video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Week 5 of NFL season is up tonight. And man, it feels like the NFL season's going by quick. I mean, look. We've got NHL starting in what, a few days? NHL season starting in like less than a week. We have NBA right after that on the 20 something. All right, like it's about to be crazy. All the four major sports are going to be going at the same time. It's big time right now. So, again, if you haven't joined Props Made Easy yet, you need to make sure you join up. It's only $20 a month. Start getting those plays in, baby. Our WAP community page as well, where we have community chat. Our team will post some optimal slips from time to time over there as well. No, we're not cappers. We're not going to post 10 different slips every day. That's not what the purpose is of that place. The purpose is to have our community, a bunch of people to just use the best tools in the industry together, get better as player prop players in general, and really see profit in this game. That's the number one point, right? At the end of the day, nothing else matters except for making profit and just getting better and actually, in the process of playing player props and having a good time, you're actually making some money and making smart, sound decisions. Now, the problem with a lot of people in this game is a lot of people want immediate gratification. A lot of people come into player props and they immediately want to start making money because that's what they saw on X. Somebody hit this parlay of like 16 legs or some crazy shit, right? And they're like, oh, man, that's what I could do? Oh, yeah, I need that, man. I'm struggling. I need to pay my rent. You feel what I'm saying? So they'll come in, start doing these crazy parlays, and quickly realize, oh, shit, I haven't hit a single parlay in months, and I'm losing all my money, okay? I'm here, as y'all already know. I'm always the Debbie Downer. I'm here to be realistic with y'all, all right? Utilize the Props Made Easy tools, or any tool for that matter. Utilize a tool that shows you other sports books, shows you a ton of data into every single play. Stay consistent with it. Continuously use it, and over time you will build a better success rate, and you will see a lot more success playing that way than you will without it. Okay? If you don't use a tool and you try to wing it and you follow random people on X, you will retire from player props sooner than later because you just won't be able to do it anymore. It won't be fun anymore. You won't be seeing much success, and you just won't have a bankroll to play with anymore. If you stay consistent, you stay smart, you can actually continue doing this for a very long time and actually be able to make a difference in your real lives. You feel what I'm saying? Are you going to go and buy a house from it? Probably not. But can you pay light bills? Can you pay a car note? Can you do that? Yeah, you can. But you got to play it smart and you got to stay consistent. And that's what I'm here to do. The regular people who have 9-to-5 jobs, who are busy, who have kids, who are just don't have the time to be able to consistently research and have a ton of success in player props, I'm here to flip that whole thing around. So I helped create Props Made Easy. I helped make sure every single best part of data is involved into it so that the regular people can take seconds and be competitive and be successful. And that's it. All right. All right. With that being said, that's my morning rant. I just want to make sure y'all are educated, man. I don't feel like there's a lot of people who talk like I do in this game. A lot of people just want to sell you on some shit and just, look, do this, do that, do this, and not give you the real situation of how this game is. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, regardless. I'm not going to sit here and act like there's a, just like in my titles of my videos recently, you saw I was just messing around and I put 1 million in no run. Because it's hilarious to me how you see on YouTube now people putting like these big runs. Like, it's just not happening. It's not real. That's just not really happening. You feel what I'm saying? But can you have a good run? Absolutely. But people need to stop bullshitting. Be more realistic and just, be real with the people, man. The regular people need somebody real in this bitch who can tell them, hey, this is how it's really going to be. If you want to have success, this is how you need to do it. If not, you're just not going to be playing for much longer because your bankroll is going to be gone. Plain and simple, all right? Props Made Easy, we take all of the sports books. We take 50-plus sports books. It might even be closer to 100 sports books. There's sports books that we take into consideration that I've never even heard of before until we got all this data that we have available to us, our partnerships and stuff, okay? So every little bit of sports books that we could possibly imagine are into our sports book lines and to give you the most accurate representation of overall where Vegas is as a whole. And Vegas spends millions setting their lines, Okay, they spend so much money and resources into making sure their lines are as accurate as possible because they have to be, or they're going to get dominated all the time. Sportsbooks are around still because their lines are so accurate, it actually makes it tough to know which side. So that's where we take advantage. All right, coming into week 5, let's look overall, and then we're going to touch on Thursday night football. Josh Allen, under 237.5 is at the top of the list right now, a minus 2.03 sportsbook differential. Sportsbooks on average are at 235.4. Player projections at 236.5, a -1. So not only do you have the sportsbooks -2 passing yards under the line of Prizepicks, but you also have the projection that's also -1 under. Matthew Stafford over 224.5 at a 1.94 sportsbook differential, 226.4 sportsbook line, player projection of 230, a 5.7. So you got the 1.94 on the over from the sportsbooks, and then the 5.7 over for the projection. Again, you just have so many data points pointing towards over or under on each of these players. Cortland Sutton, over 46.5 receiving yards. 1.62 differential between where the line is on Prizepicks at 46.5 and where the average is at 48.12 of all the sports books. Player projections at 52.9, a 6.4 projection differential. Rashad Bateman, over 26.5 receiving yards at a 1.53. Sportsbook line of 28.03, player projection of 34.8, and 8.3 projection differential. Aaron Rodgers, over 224.5 passing yards at a 1.47 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook line at 225.9. Player projection of 229.9. A 5.4 sportsbook projection differential. Sam Darnold, over 233.5. How about the rejuvenation of Sam Darnold, man? It shows how much a scheme and coaching can really change a quarterback's future. He is doing fantastic. This is a tough matchup for him, but nonetheless, that offense cannot be stopped right now. Over 233.5 passing plus rushing yards at a 1.25 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks have him at 234.7, and we have him projected at 233.8, slightly over at a 0.3. All right? So those are the best plays for week 5 as of right now. But as always, being an active member of Pros Made Easy, being able to refresh and see the top plays in front of you is obviously going to be your best bet. Let's type in Atlanta and let's see the best plays for Thursday night football. Baker Mayfield, under 243.5 passing yards at a -1.17. When you look at all the sports books, they're at a 242.3 on him. Player projections at 238.6, a -4.9 projection differential. Kirk Cousins, over 233.5 passing plus rushing at a 0.91. We're getting really tight lines. 234.4 sportsbook differential. A player projection of 236.9, a 3.4 projection differential. Bucky Irving, under 45.5 rushing yards at a -0.89 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook line of 44. Player projection of 43. So the under on Bucky Irving's rushing yards there. I think this is going to be a pass-heavy game. Both offenses throw over 60% of the time. Tampa Bay throwing 66% of the time. So a lot of airing the ball out. That Atlanta secondary, those safeties are top-notch, top of the line. For sure, they've been playing really, really solid secondary defense in that zone coverage that they run almost all the time, like 77% of the time, some crazy shit like that Atlanta's running zone, and they've actually been very, very successful with it. So, but I definitely expect both offenses to come in expecting to throw the ball, though. Rashad White, over 21.5 receiving yards at a 0.83. Drake London, under 63.5 at a -0.79. So keep an eye on this all day. Make sure you don't miss any of those amazing plays. Let's type in Atlanta. Let's see if there's any no-line difference plays that we can get for this. Chase McLaughlin, when it comes to no-line differences, okay? And what that is all of these plays that show here, all of the sports books are on the same line. They're all equal, okay? So then we take a consensus odds and we show you the best option. Chase McLaughlin, over 1.5 field goals made at a 53.3 chance to hit, a -140 consensus on the over there. Okay, so over on Chase McLaughlin's field goals made. All right, let's look at all sports books in general. Let's get off no line difference. All sports books. See where the best values are. Kirk Cousins tonight, under 243.5 passing plus rushing yards at a -9.09 on hot streak. Sportsbook line of 234.4, player projection of 236. This line's just a little bit too high there for his passing plus rushing on Kirk Cousins. Darnell Mooney, under 53.5 at a -6.94. Good pairing on the unders with Cousins and Darnell Mooney there for tonight. Chris Godwin, under 71.5 receiving yards at a -5.53. Mike Evans, under 65.5 receiving yards at a -5.42. So the lines are pretty high over on hot streak, as you're noticing immediately, comparative to where the sports books are on average. Like, look at that. All of the top options value-wise on Hot Streak are in tonight's game. So I would recommend you make a slip over on Hot Streak just because the lines in general are much higher than the lines sports books on average throughout the sports books. Okay, so you could take good advantage of these unders here for these lines there. You even have, I mean, you've got so many Atlanta play. Look at this. All of this and above is this the game tonight. All unders that it's liking, just because the lines are so elevated on Hot Streak. All right, anyways, let's move on. Let's take a look at some college football. We've got Cam Ward at the top of the list, under 303.5 passing yards at a minus 3.89 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbook lines have this at 299.6 on average. Okay, so when all the sportsbooks have an average, when you take nearly 100 sportsbooks and you look at Cam Ward's passing yards for each of them, you average all those sportsbooks together into one line. Obviously, using common sense, you're taking the most accurate representation of Vegas as a whole when you're averaging all of those together. Okay? You're taking 100 sportsbooks data into into mind when making these picks. That's why this thing is so deadly. Eventually, we're going to have 20,000 plus people utilizing Props Made Easy. Nearly everybody on Prizepicks is going to be using Props Made Easy because it's just that legit. Okay? It's just that. It's super simple to use. Super simple to just look at on your phone and scroll through. Super easy. Top plays are at the top. We do things a little bit different than other sites do. Okay? Other sites aren't taking as many sportsbooks into account as we are. They'll only take like 8 to 10. We're taking nearly 100, which adds to our accuracy when it comes to the overall idea of where the sportsbook lines are. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out again why we're the best option at only $20 a month. I mean, that's no-brainer, but whatever. Max Brosmer, under 205.5 passing yards at a minus 3.75. Sportsbooks are at 201.7 on him. Lenore Sellers, under 160.5 passing yards at a minus 3.58. Some really good college football. Like, you can make a nice six-man in college football right now. Carson Beck, under 302.5 passing plus rushing yards at a minus 3.33. Peyton Thorne, under 193.5 passing plus rushing at a minus 3.33. Dylan Bell, under 55.5 receiving yards at a minus 3.27. Kyle McCord, over 306.5 passing yards at a 3.23. Malik Murphy, under 218.5 passing yards at a minus 3.18. And just as you can see, I could go on forever. There's so many options on college football right now, so get with it. Let's look at all sports books for college football. Jackson Dart, under 292.5 passing yards at a minus 6.67 on DraftKings, pick 6. Nico, under 249.5 over on Better at a minus 6.5. DraftKings pick 6 again with Ricky White III, under 85.5 receiving yards at a minus 6.08. Ricky White III again on Hot Streak, under 85.5 at a minus 6.08. Omari Hatcher, over 47.5 receiving yards on Hot Streak at a 5.38. So you just got a lot of good value, man. College football could definitely get some good slips there. All right. Moving on. Looking at MLB today. We have Jose Quintana, under 4.5 hits allowed at a 52.59% chance to hit. It's not the green chance to hit we're looking for with our consensus odds, but nonetheless, it is minus 135.8 consensus odds when you look through all the sports books for the under on Jose Quintana, and it gets as high as minus 155 on Bovada, and we have a player projection of 4.4. So all of the data is signaling the under, just not as solid as we would like, or this would be green. Okay, but nonetheless, sometimes, I mean, there's some of these playoff slates where there's only 4 games. You might not see a green all day just because the lines are so tight on Prizepicks. You can take advantage on other sportsbooks, hopefully. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tight lines, but you could take advantage of what we have. Reese Hoskins, over 0.5 total bases at a 52.19% chance to hit. Minus 133.6 consensus odds, gets as high as minus 139 on Caesars, projection of 1.57, a 1.07 projection differential. So, again, some decent options there. Looking at all sports books, you do have some green, though. Francisco Lindor, under 1.5 total bases at 53.26. Lindor's 1.5 total bases on Sleeper, Fliff, Parlay Play, Hard Rock are all fantastic options. Gary Sanchez, over 0.5 total bases, is almost there at a minus 135.8 over on Hot Streak on his over total bases. Minus 145 is as high as it gets over on Caesars. 1.41 player projection, a 0.91 projection differential. So good luck on MLB today. MLB first inning, nothing for Prizepicks at the moment. Fantasy comes in closer to the games. All right, looking at WNBA, we have Alyssa Thomas under 23.5 points plus assists at a 52.45% chance to hit, minus 135 consensus odds on the under. Brianna Stewart under 3.5 assists at 52.45, minus 135. We got a lot of options that are minus 135. That's about as good as you're getting at minus 135 consensus odds when it comes to WNBA right now. Let's check all sports books. Obviously, I'm wanting to check the fantasy books. I don't care too much about like Bovada and shit because I'm not really playing on Bovada. Jonquel Jones under on Fliff, 3.5 assists at 59.91. I like that play on Fliff on the under on Jonquel Jones. Assists at 3.5. We have Parlay Play under at 3.5 assists at 59.9. Sleeper over Jackie Young made threes at 1.5 at 57.96. So it's super easy to just find the best options throughout the industry and go from there. All right, MMA. For MMA, we have Cesar Almeida over 30.5 on Parlay Play at a 4.75 sportsbook differential. We're not showing any Prizepicks plays at the moment, but they'll be back as soon as they can be, I guess. Let me see. MMA ones will be added back in as soon as they're ready. I guess there's some data being taken for the Prizepicks ones at the moment. So right now, you could just take the best options overall. Kevin Holland under 56.5 significant strikes on underdog at a minus 3.5. Raquel Pennington over 82.5 significant strikes. Stephen Thompson under on underdog at a minus 3. So some good value on MMA right now. Nothing for tennis. For soccer, we've had some great passing attempted value, man. Alan Valera over 48.5 passing attempts at a 3 sportsbook differential. Consensus line at 51.5 on him. Go over there. Abraham Cisse under 39.5 passing attempts at a minus 3. So some really good value with those two players there. Nothing for Call of Duty. For League of Legends, too tight to even talk about. Look at that. Not even a 1 differential. So not too worried about that. CS2, we have SHZ under 14.5 first map kills at a minus 1.5. Lacauzi under 14.5 first map kills at a minus 1. Shock over 16.5 first 2 map headshots at a 1. Some decent options, but nothing too crazy for esports right now overall. But that's it. Thank y'all for joining me as always, baby, and let's keep eating. Matthew Stafford has popped in at the top of the tool at an under 230.5 passing yards at a minus 3.11. Remember, the best thing to do is have the Props Made Easy membership. It's only $20 a month. Take advantage of it. Yeah, I mean, keep opening it throughout the day. Get the best slips in. I mean, it's that simple. It's really that easy. The people who join Props Made Easy, you will quickly realize that you don't need anything else. All you really have to do is spend only $20, and you'll be good to go from there. All right? Thank y'all for joining me as always. Let's get this money, baby. I'm out. Peace.